What's up people, Wesley, personal trainer here. Today I'm going to give you 5 shoulder exercises that you need to do in the gym to make sure they're getting a little bigger. Let's go. Number 1 is lateral raises. One of the standard exercises that you need to do on your shoulder day. How I'm going to do it is I'm going to be leading, I'm going to do it from the side. So when you're going to stand, you have your dumbbells a little bit to the front, so you're going to have your upper body a little bit hanging forward. From that moment, you're gonna keep your elbows locked. So you're gonna have not like a stiff arm, but you're gonna have a little slightly bent arm. And then from that moment, you're gonna go up and you're gonna go down. So some nuance to it is very important. Make sure you're gonna, let's say, drag your dumbbell over the floor up. So when you're here, think about that you need to drag him over the floor up instead of moving him up. It's a big difference, I gotta tell you. So there you go. So from here, we're gonna drag it all the way up. As you can see, my elbow is not moving backwards. It's also not moving to the front. It's just like next to my body, goes up and it goes down. 2 things I like to do. First of all, if you're looking at the range of motion, you're starting here and you're ending here. If we're gonna move this part of the motion, there's not too much tension. So what we can do to make it a little bit more hard, make sure you're gonna start here and you're gonna be ending up here, a little bit above shoulder height. It's good. Then you're gonna stop here at 4 and 8 o'clock, I would say, and then go up and you go slow on the way down, because otherwise gravity will do the work and you need to do the work. So from here, you gotta go up, slow on the way down. And it's getting already a little bit more hard because I'm stopping right here. The tension is still there, and then I'm gonna go up. And then another tip that I saw from, I think it was Phil Heath back in the day, we have to bring our pinkies up and out. We're pouring in some bottles of whatever you like. So from here, pour it in and then you're gonna go back. Because of you doing that, you can feel a little bit more of that side delt moving, going up and going down. Oof. Oh my God, that's a very good first exercise for your shoulder day. Now move on to the second exercise. Number 2 is the incline cable front raise, I would say. Because you're here on the bench, supported, it's very nice to isolate that front delt, because you cannot move your body, so that's pretty good. As you can see, I'm using cuffs to get a little bit already on that stretch over here. I think cables on the shoulder day is a pretty good way to go. So from here, we're gonna have a little bit of our chest up. We're gonna be a little bit open. We're gonna have the shoulders low. We're gonna be relaxed. And the same thing as we do with the lateral raise. We're gonna make sure we're gonna bring the arms forward and we're gonna drag them over the floor, up, and we're gonna slow control on the way down. This is hitting that front delt so hard, oof, which is a very, very good thing. So again, because we're so isolated, we cannot move our body, so we cannot like start throwing stuff. We really need to be focused here. And the way you want to hold your hands, I would say bring your hand palms down. Hand palms, I'm not even sure if that's a word, but okay. Your inner hand, make sure you're gonna face them to the other side of the room, and then we're gonna go up, so they will be down on the way up, and we're gonna go all the way down. Again, controlled. Make sure go all the way back, because here we're having that stretch position. Go up, slow on the way down. Keep that control always here. And when it starts to get hard, you will notice you need to really push that pressure to get it up. Make sure you're always keeping your posture nice and open. So we're not gonna be going like this, that you're gonna have your face looking down. Always get your chin up, front to the front, and go up and slow on the way down. This is gonna give a very big burn on those shoulders. So make sure you're gonna incorporate this shoulder exercise into your shoulder day. Now, on to the third one. Exercise number 3 is the shoulder press. Of course, the shoulder press, it needs to be in your shoulder routine. How I like to do it, I like to put the bench in a 60-degree angle, so it's not all the way up, it's a little bit back, because I feel like because I'm doing that, I can keep my chest very good up, shoulders down, and I have a little small arch in my back. So let's say if we start here, then I can already sit
straight up, pushing my chest up, and then from here, we're not gonna go down straight away because I want to go as deep as I can. So I'm gonna go a little bit out, and then I start moving my elbows down. So I have space for my dumbbells to touch my shoulders on the sides as deep as I can, because here the stretch is really, really big. And then from here, I'm gonna push it back up again. In the same way, I'm gonna let it go down. So from here, you gotta go out here, and make sure you gotta keep your chest open. That's really important because we want to have that open posture at any time. And then from here, you touch it, and then you go up. Also your wrist, make sure you're not gonna be leaning your dumbbells into your wrist. They need to be straight. So the line from your wrist and your elbow is pretty straight. So you go from here, out, all the way down, touch your side of the shoulder, and go up again. So out, down, make it one nice motion, and go out. What I really like to do also, because in the end of the exercise it's gonna get very, very hard to get them even up. So make sure you're gonna get some partial reps in there as well, because that's also the way to go to get yourself a little bit more growth. So go here and then just push it up a little bit, up here, up. Just make sure you're gonna keep a little bit that control, but you're pushing it up a little bit, especially when you're already fatigued on the 12 rep and it's getting very hard. Make sure you're gonna push out those partials. Get yourself a number, 5 or 10, whatever. Just go and push out those last reps, because those are the most effective. Up to number 4. Exercise number 4 is gonna be the Smith machine press. Again, I don't know these names. What I like to do, I'm gonna sit straight up. I gotta have my chest up. Make sure you're gonna have a little small arch in your back. Then make sure that your wrist is also, make sure it's straight. A lot of people doing like this, so your wrist is like this, but make sure it's always straight. It needs to be straight under the bar. And then also a little bit of a big mistake I see people making is that they're moving their shoulder or their elbows back. I want to have my shoulders in the same line as the machine, which means they need to be under the bar at any point. So from here, we gotta have our wrist straight, your elbows are below. You're gonna keep your chest up, and you're gonna move the bar a little bit up to the chest. And from that moment, you're gonna move it up, going under the bar, and you're gonna press it. It's like an overhead Smith machine press. Makes more sense. So from here, you're gonna touch your upper chest, and you're gonna move up. Slow on the way down, always making sure that you're gonna keep that control. Again, look at my elbows, they're tucked in a little bit. They're a little bit to the front, they're not to the back. Because when we're gonna be to the back, we're gonna engage a little bit more of that chest. We don't want that, so we're gonna be here, having it under the bar in the same line as the Smith machine, and then you're gonna go up. For the hand, I like to have it a little bit outside of the shoulder width, so you're not gonna be, let's say, pressing it here. We're gonna have it a little bit outside of that shoulder width, and then from here, make sure you're gonna go all the way down and all the way up. How you want to grip this is your own decision. You're gonna grab it like this. I like to do it like guillotine style a little bit, because in the end of the day, not much that can happen. So from here, chest up, make sure you're gonna be seated properly. And from here, you're gonna go up, and you're gonna go slow on the way down. We'll touch your front of that delt and the side also, and make sure you're gonna keep that control. What I like about this one also, when you're gonna go heavy, you cannot get it up again, you just make sure you're gonna lock it in, and you're safe to go. Okay, on to number 5 for the shoulders exercises. So for the rear delts, because we don't need to forget the rear delts, of course, on the shoulders, I like to go back to the cables again. What we're gonna do, we're gonna stand in the middle, make sure you're gonna be in the middle of the whole frame. Stand shoulder width. What we're gonna do, we're gonna lean forward. We're gonna cross our arms across, because now we're gonna have the tension on the rear delts as well. So go up and then drag over the floor and go up, and make sure here you're gonna have that tension on the rear delts. Make sure you're gonna give yourself some space to move. We're gonna cross ourselves, because then we're gonna have that tension. Make sure you're gonna look down. You don't have to look up all the time, because otherwise your neck will hurt. And from here, we're gonna drag it over the floor, and we're gonna go up. How I like to position my hands is that my hand palms are on the
looking, let's say, the other side of the room. So here, I don't know, it's called like supinated, I think, if I'm recall correctly. From here, again, we're gonna go up and make sure on the way down, you're gonna be very, very slow because you be in control always. Here, cross it as far as you can. And look at this, my whole body is standing still in an almost 90-degree angle. And the only thing that's moving is my shoulders, bringing those cables up. So from here, drag it over the floor and up. When it starts to get harder, you tend to do this because you're closer to your body. We want to stay away from the body as much as possible with your hands. So make sure you're gonna have always the line from the shoulder and the hands as far out as possible. So here and on the way back. Again, nice and controlled. Go up and we're gonna go down. Up and down. And now it starts to burn a little bit. And if you want, you can also do it, let's say, single arm. So you're first doing the right one or you're doing the left one if you have any imbalances in your shoulders. Up and down. So there you have it, 5 shoulder exercises that you need to do in the gym. These are my favorites. This exercise I do when I go to the gym usually and do some shoulders. So make sure you're gonna do them as well. And if you have any exercises that I should do, let me know because I can learn from you, you can learn from me, and then we both learn. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.